Blue Book The Scarlet Letter, Summary. The Scarlet Letter, by Nathaniel Hawthorne, is set in 17th-century Puritan Massachusetts, a society governed by strict religious laws and rigid moral codes. The story begins with Hester Prynne, a young woman who has given birth to an illegitimate child. As punishment for her sin of adultery, she is forced to wear a scarlet A on her chest, marking her as an adulteress and making her the target of public shame and scorn. Hester's strength and dignity set her apart from the harsh judgment of her community. She supports herself through her needlework, living on the outskirts of town, and raising her daughter, Pearl. Pearl is a spirited and sometimes wild child, often seen as both a blessing and a living reminder of Hester's sin. The townspeople treat Pearl as an embodiment of Hester's transgression, but Hester's deep love and care help Pearl grow despite the social ostracism. The identity of Pearl's father is kept secret, but it is revealed that Reverend Dimmesdale, a respected minister, is the father. Dimmesdale is consumed by guilt and fear, hiding his sin from everyone while suffering physically and emotionally. Roger Chillingworth, Hester's husband who had been presumed lost at sea, returns to the town under an assumed name. Discovering Hester's affair, Chillingworth becomes obsessed with revenge, secretly tormenting Dimmesdale while pretending to be a concerned physician. As the story unfolds, Hester and Dimmesdale struggle with their love, guilt, and the consequences of their actions. Hester's public shame contrasts with Dimmesdale's private suffering, highlighting the themes of hidden sin versus exposed sin. Hawthorne explores how rigid moral codes can lead to cruelty, secrecy, and self-destruction. Over time, Hester grows into a symbol of strength, resilience, and compassion. She helps the sick and poor in her community, gradually earning a measure of respect despite her scarlet letter. Dimmesdale, meanwhile, becomes increasingly frail under the weight of his concealed guilt. Eventually, he publicly confesses his sin during a sermon, revealing the truth to the townspeople. However, the confession is also the moment of his death, showing the destructive power of hidden guilt. Chillingworth, deprived of his victim, loses his purpose and dies within a year. Pearl, now free from the stigma of her mother's sin, inherits a fortune from Chillingworth and moves away. Hester, having endured years of hardship, ultimately returns to the town, continuing to live quietly and help others, her scarlet letter now transformed into a symbol not just of shame but of experience, wisdom, and compassion. The novel is a profound exploration of sin, punishment, identity, and redemption. Hawthorne examines the tension between individual desires and societal expectations, the dangers of hypocrisy, and the complexity of human morality. The Scarlet Letter itself evolves from a mark of shame to a symbol of resilience and moral depth, reflecting the journey of Hester, Dimmesdale, and the society around them.